Yeah, so continuing on, we are literally heading up to those towers. And then I will probably end this one once we are at said location. Just make it quickly, nice, short, snappy. Just finishing off Vare's quest, or whatever you want to call him. I can't remember his name. There's no begins with like a V or something. But this will get us to quite an endgame boss quite early. And before we defeat it, and we don't even have to fight it, there's a glitch you can do, which is very, very lovely. Just make sure you got a gold pickled foot with you, because you'll get a shitload of runes. I'm talking potentially about 400 and something thousand or so, around that mark. It's a decent chunk from what I remember or recall. But for the most part, the main thing we're there for is an NPC invader that we're going to kill and obtain the white mask, which increases something to do with bleed. I can't remember if it's the damage or the like bleed build up itself, but either way it's essential for the build. So what we want to do is head up to the very last tower at the top. There'll be a grace and a chest with a imbued sword key that we need. So let's get the grace first, and that's the chest that we need to open. Now it's very specific on what tower you use that key on. So just make sure you get the correct one. Otherwise you'll have to go find another imbued key, and I don't really know exactly where the others are without researching them. So not that tower, not the tower beyond that, it's this tower ahead to the east. And just to make sure, should be a word thing here. So this is the one that we want, the one that says this. And then this will then take us to the very starting area that we started the game at, where that the boss that we just jumped off the cliff for. We're gonna have to defeat that boss, but it's a lot easier at this point. Alright, buddy. She'll rage like. Once he's done attacking. There we go. Now I just want to continue back to the spawn. And we will be drenching that cloth, or as I like to call it, the napkin, in the maiden's blood, which was the very first item we ever even picked up in the game. This bitch. And now we TP back to Beret. That was closer. I think there's a grace a bit closer to him, but it doesn't really matter, it's not too far. Now we're gonna hand that clock back to him. I think he will then take our finger and give us a seal thing, which we then use, and then we are at the location that we are needed. So let's interact with him again.
You've And with this, a knight. Now, this...
Yep. Offer your finger. He's gonna do some voodoo shit and cut it off.
Oh, good heavens. Clench your teeth or something. Never forget, for it is what you have. Oh.
Yep.
A medal.
So there we go.
But you mustn't. The meeting must luminary. We must.
So now you want to actually just interact with that, and it will take us to the area that we are trying to get to. Now this is a pretty late game area, because the only other way to get here is up in the snowy area of the giants, in the secret area, so it's in the second area of the snow area, so it's pretty late game. Right, so from here, before we even do anything with the boss, I recommend trying to get the white mask off the summon that I'm going to go and show you exactly where it is now. Now this is a pretty hard summon in all opinion. I'm just gonna grab this shit first. So to avoid anyone, what's this? More runes. Oi! Get JK fucker. Going up here. In fact, so we don't have to do that run again. There's a grace slightly closer. Let's go and get that grace first. So basically, all we want to do is pop down this way now that we've got that grace, and head through that little crack that we was before. Ignore the massive fucking bird because it's a pain in the arse. You can try and kill him if you like, but just don't even acknowledge that he's there. If he follows you, it's just a bit unlucky. Right, so buff up. The guy will literally spawn ahead of us here. Just try and defeat him. I don't know if we do enough damage yet, but he will do a lot to us. Just basically run away from those if possible. Okay, we definitely do enough damage. Oh my god. Stupid spell. Just take your time with him, man. He's a pain in the arse. By all means, he is not easy. Thank god. So he will drop a key item to a build, the white mask. This essential, 100%, 100%, this is what you need. So now that we've done that, TP back to this bad boy. And follow my path. Activate your lantern. Because we're going to go to a dark area with one annoying enemy. We're going to bypass him though, don't worry about him. Skip all these. Let's do a little jump around this blob. And then this is the dark area that we're heading into. Just follow my exact path. It's a bit annoying, but just try your best. There's an enemy that's going to spawn that's pagan. So you want to do loop round up here. As soon as you reach the top here, keep looping around. So don't worry, that's the annoying guy. Just keep looping. Pick up this if you like. It's a 50k rune. And then we're keeping on going up this way. Loop round. Pick up this if you like. It's a pretty high level ghost global. And then we are exiting through here, and there's a grace where you can get a quick checkpoint and save. Right, so now this is where the beauty of the glitch comes in. So, oh, never mind. I don't know why I said that. Make sure you have no runes currently. So I got 5k, I couldn't give a fuck about 5k. Activate the lift. And definitely make sure you got a pickled foot, because this guy is going to drop a lot of runes. So we want as much as we can get out of him. So, once we're at the top here, we're going to activate the boss, but die to it. Skip all this. I mean, you can try and fight it if you like, but you probably won't defeat it at this stage. But I'm doing the glitch because this is Elden Ring in easy mode. So there we go. Now we want to spawn at the stake of Marika. And all we do is go back down the lift. Head back towards the Grace, but do not sit on the Grace. And bear in mind, if you die, you will have to go and die to the boss again and spawn at the stake of Marika and repeat this until you get it. So we're coming to this edge of the cliff here. There will be a little ledge where that sign is. You want to just nudge onto it, and then you don't need to run and jump on this. You just need to jump at the tip of this with don't run, because you'll overshoot it. All you need to do is jump round the corner and land here. Now from here you need to run, but what I recommend is run sort of into the wall and then jump, because if you run and try and jump from this edge, you'll come short. I found it's a lot easier, just get as far back as you possibly can, sort of run against the wall and jump, and then you will land here. And as long as you've done this, you're pretty much secure. You can't fail now, but if you miss that jump, you will die. And then you'll have to repeat the process until you land it. So you continue on until you can access your horse, which is pretty much down here. You hop on your horse. You want to just jump over to this white rock over this side, and it'll kick you off your horse. Now you come up to this area where the blood is on the rock. You just need to jump up, and then there will be a gap here, but then a rock should spawn in. Make your way across that, then bear left, and again you can hop back on your horse if you like. And all we're doing is heading a bit north way for a bit until we find a hole, which is this one. So now you basically want to pop your pickled foot here, bring your horse down the hole, a ledge will spawn. Okay, it didn't spawn, but you want to be able to just jump like that. If it happens to you, just make sure you get that jump off, and essentially keep swinging your weapon once you've done this jump. And after a bit of time, a bunch of runes will come to you, and Mohg will die, giving you his runes. And then after that, you can TP back to the Grace. Just make sure you get that double jump off once you fell through it. If you fail, don't worry, it's pretty easy to repeat. You can always farm pickled foots if you fail it, but it's pretty self-explanatory and easy to do. So once we've fell for quite a bit, we'll start to get some random runes, which is basically the map despawning and all the mobs falling out of bounds and dying. And then eventually Mohg will also fall, giving us his runes and absolutely just bypassing the boss. So any second now they'll start flooding in, and then Mohg will pop up a couple seconds after, just like that. And then the amount of runes we got up him is a ludicrous amount, so now we can just TP back to that grace, and that is done. We can now get a shit load of levels in. Yep, I'm happy with that. So just like that, we've absolutely just bypassed all of that shit. Right, I think it's a somber in that chest, but I will check. This has an ancient smithing stone, either a somber or a standard. I think it might be a somber, which is not exactly what we need, but just grab it if you want. Yeah, sad it's a somber. But yeah, that is basically how you become OP as fuck and bypass all this area quite easily. We'll continue on because we've got way more bosses to do and more shit to grab. But for now, that is a very good point to cut this and carry on next time for the rest of the build that we're building and the step-by-step guide, because it's pretty simple so far. You shouldn't struggle. It's quite easy.